What's up, y'all? It's Recon FPV. I keep saying that I'm going to make a year interview video, so now I'm finally trying to actually get it done. Looking back at some of my old videos and was going back through like purchases and looked in. I'm coming up on 2 years in the hobby. The first quad that I bought was a little Tiny Hawk in January of 2023. I think I bought a Radiomaster TX16S then, as well as a Liftoff, and that was my start into the hobby and just dove in since. So moving on to this year, April is when I really kind of started making more of the YouTube videos. I had previously had some up that were just like DVR. I think I had one video that was GoPro, but it was just kind of like flying around some trees. But this year, I switched over. I was using like Microsoft Clipchamp or something. Switched over and learned some Resolve, some color grading. I have a background in photography, so I was more comfortable in like Lightroom and Photoshop. So I had those, but now I'm also getting off of my subscription for those, and I'm going to try out Darktable and some of the open source stuff on that side as well. I've gone through a lot of quads too. I started out on, the little Tiny Hawk, and then I built a Rotorite CL2, and I think I used that frame until like early this year, mid this year. I broke a bunch of legs, or arms, and had to replace a bunch of stuff on it. I finally switched over to the Pirate Punch frames that I'm using now. I had some different whoops. I had the Tiny Hawk to start with. I had a Rotorite Vision 40 when I switched over to Walk Snail. I built some custom ones from parts from both of those. And then I switched them over into the little 2-inch 2S's. I had an Odinata HD. Broke all of my spares for that. Couldn't get X parts, so now I'm on the Baby Turtle frames. I got my Skylight 3.5-inch that I just don't fly, and I need to figure out how to rebuild it to make it more fun. So yeah, it's been a lot. But I think the biggest difference has just been the amount of stick time that I've put in. I've been flying a lot, putting time in on the sim as well, just to learn tricks without smashing through all of my stuff. So I think I'm going to kind of go through and show. I found a clip from flying at one of the parks early on. So this wasn't even this year. I think this was in April of 2023. So I'm going to show pieces of that clip. And then we're going to go to a newer video from that spot, and just to see the huge difference in quality of both flying and then the like effort put into the videos. Yeah, hope you enjoy it. Yeah, so definitely a huge difference between the videos, you know, from DVR on walk snail taken straight out of the goggles with the OSD to, you know, GoPro footage with a little bit of color grading in there. And then also just the flying has gotten way smoother. I have a lot more in my bag of tricks. The ability to fly proximity around obstacles is a lot better. Just much more comfortable, which, you know, that happens after putting a bunch of time into something. So, you know, what do we got going on in the future? Well, I got 2 5-inch freestyle builds now, so hopefully gonna keep bashing them. But you know, winter weather, we'll see how that goes. Got the new HD0 Whoop. Gonna keep flying that. Can fly that anytime inside, so you'll see more content with that. I also got parts for a 7-inch long range. I'm still waiting on some of the stuff, but that's going to be going together soon. So I'll probably make a video with build and some testing of that. And then, you know, hopefully find some places to go get some cool cinematic footage and, you know, do some mountain surfing. What else do I got? I want to do some sort of rebuild with my Skylight 3.5 inch. I've seen some 3.5 inches that rip, and this thing just does not. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. So we'll probably do some modifications there. I plan on continuing to make videos like this, the 1-pack videos as well. Maybe do some more of the lives flying in the sim, or maybe even flying the whoops around. I'll probably try to build some other whoops. Some will probably be the HD0 AIO, but I'll also make some analog. I potentially want to try to do some racing, so I'll probably try to find some whoop races that are local to the area, and then I'll have to figure out what I actually need for that. Other than that, you know, I'm just loving the hobby. It's such a fun thing. It's just like an adrenaline rush coming from, like a lot of people in the hobby, coming from a background of extreme sports, skateboarding, wakeboarding, snowboarding, that sort of thing. It's a good way to kind of get that same rush without actually putting the body in harm's way. Well, I still do, because I do love to climb and things like that. But it's nowadays with kids, I'm not as risky. So climbing, I can still stay safe with ropes and all that. And I still do ride BMX, and I take my kids to the skate park, so I skate some. But I'm definitely just a lot more timid with the FPV. I can just get out there and throw them around and not worry about breaking anything. So yeah, you'll continue to see content from me. I'm going to continue to learn things in DaVinci and with the GoPros and about filmmaking, that sort of stuff. So hopefully the content will continue to get better. And maybe I'll one day get more comfortable talking to the camera. It's starting to feel a little better, so it's not too bad. But I want to say thanks to everyone who's watched my content. I know there's a lot of other content out there, so it's awesome to have people actually watching. I'm going to continue to not have goals for subscribers or anything like that. I'm just doing this for fun. And I enjoy the process of flying as well as the video making. So thanks again, everyone. Hope you had a great year as well, and hope you have a great year upcoming. See ya.